Concealed carry of firearms is a hard issue to talk about because it has such a profound potential impact on our society, but what that impact is extremely contested and hard to define. Would you feel in danger knowing that the people around you might be carrying, or would you feel safer at the thought that criminals harboring that same fear might be deterred from attacking? Some say it reduces violent crime, some say it increases it, but the data that's been gathered has been extremely inconclusive either way. Although some sources will say it leads more towards guns causing less crime. Even though I personally have no interest in carrying a gun, I think it's a right that should be protected until there's substantial evidence that it's a detriment to our society, which is something that just really doesn't exist right now. There's a couple of reasons why it's really hard to get conclusive data on this issue. For one, the impact on crime rates in cases where states have introduced concealed carry laws has generally been extremely small and, more importantly, extremely gradual, which means we can't mathematically say for sure whether they're caused by the new law or by some other factor. There's just too many different effects which tend to cancel each other out. Like on the one hand, banning concealed carry does make it easier to catch violent criminals, but it doesn't really deter any would-be shooters from carrying, and in fact makes it the idea much more appealing since it is really unlikely anyone other than the police will be armed and ready to stop them. However, the studies that have been done in the issue usually conclude either a small decrease in crime after the introduction of this kind of law or no effect at all. For example, the 2003 book, Evaluating Gun Policy Effects on Crime and Violence, criminologist James P. Wilson writes that states that passed these laws experienced sharp drops in murder, rape, robbery, and assault, even after allowing for other effects, and states that did not pass these laws did not show comparable declines. And in a journal article published on March 2nd, 2012 in the Maryland Law Review, economist John Locke reviewed every major academic study of the subject that he could find, and he reported that 18 supported the hypothesis that concealed carry reduces crime, 10 found no correlation at all, and only 1 found that it increases crime. You could argue that these conclusions are not valid since the change in crime rates could be due to other factors, but ultimately it's summarized best by Lott himself, who says that the debate has been between those who say that concealed carry reduces crime and those who say that it has no effect at all. So with very few exceptions, most studies say that even in the statistical worst case scenario, concealed carry doesn't increase crime rates, and in the best case scenario, it might even decrease them. So with so little data supporting the idea that concealed carry increases crime, I don't see a good reason to outlaw the practice unless we get some dramatic new evidence to the contrary in the future. All right, so this is my audience down here. We got Teresa, Tim, David, John Paul, Joan, Claire, and Dan's upside down. And that was the deliberative dialogue, part 1.